The Kerala government, viewers, has moved the Supreme Court against Enforcement Directorate's plea to transfer the trial of the sensational gold smuggling scandal to Bangalore in Karnataka. The state government says that the transfer is allowed on the basis of allegations now raised. It will have an adverse effect on the governance of the state. The government's move comes at a time when the Supreme Court is all set to hear ED's plea on October 10th. Remember, the state government has submitted that the ED has made allegations against tall political officers in the state. It claims many of the documents produced, especially the statements of the accused, have no bearing on the pending matter. The agency had said that free and fair trial of the case is not possible in Kerala due to the close nexus between the accused and the top officials.
Mentioned that as a common woman, as an accused, I just feel this itself shows a high level of conspiracy. Why wouldn't the Kerala government want it to be moved to Bangalore? What is the issue? The investigation should go on, and it should go on in the proper way. And me being an accused, also stand along with ED because we felt, or I myself personally felt, that there had been a lot of interferences from the higher authorities of the government of Kerala during the investigation time, because there had been a lot of interferences. There had been a lot of threats towards me during this investigation period. There were a lot of forces. They made me do voice recordings, favoring the government, favoring the other accused.
This was Swapna Suresh, who alleges that there is a problem, and the state government, obviously for reasons well known, does not want an independent probe. She is alleging a bid to sabotage the probe. Let's open this up. Actually, Sanju Verma, the national spokesperson of the BJP, is with us, and Professor Dinesh Varshne, who was supposed to square off against Sanju Verma, has suddenly now said that he can't appear because he was unhappy with the time he got on the last debate. So, Sanju Verma, you know, this happens sometimes, but the BJP has really taken objection to the state government filing a plea in the Supreme Court. The BJP says this is an attempt to subvert and sabotage the probe.
You know, Pranesh, the most important thing to note here is that there are two scams which point direct or indirect fingers at the current left government led by Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. One, of course, is the infamous gold scam, and one is the Life Mission scam. Life Mission was supposed to be a project to give homes to the poor, but what happened was siphoning off of funds by the high and mighty within the current left regime in Kerala. You know, I just want to say one thing. Point number A, the ED on the 21st of July this year asked that the probe of both Life Mission and gold scam should be shifted from Kerala to Karnataka. Now, why did the ED ask for this? I think the reason is very simple. If you look at the statement given by Swapna Suresh, the key accused, and now she's turned a hostile witness as well. She gave a statement under section 164 of the CRPC to a special magistrate, so it cannot be dismissed. She clearly said that the key people involved in the gold scam and Life Mission scam are Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, his wife Kamla, his daughter Veena, ex-principal secretary to Pinarayi Vijayan, M. Shivashankar, ex-office secretary in the Pinarayi Vijayan office, Mr. Ravindran, and ex-chief secretary to Pinarayi Vijayan, a lady called Nalini Netto. So the point I'm trying to make is, when you have the chief minister's office and people close to him, his kith and kin, imagine the principal secretary, let me rephrase that, ex-principal secretary M. Shivashankar, who was eventually suspended and dismissed only when there was too much of incontrovertible evidence against him. Otherwise, Mr. Vijayan had been supporting him all throughout, saying Mr. Shivashankar is innocent, Nalini Netto is innocent, my office secretary, Mr. Ravindran, is innocent. You know, when there were too many smoking guns which could not be ignored, Mr. Vijayan was forced to disassociate himself from his erstwhile close confidants. Given the situation that has emerged, with the high and mighty in the Chief Minister's office being involved in the gold scam and the life mission scam, it is only natural that the Enforcement Directorate, in the fitting scheme of things, asked the court to transfer the case from Kerala to Karnataka. And don't forget that Swapna Suresh, after she was put in a jail in Thiruvananthapuram and then shifted to the custody of Customs Department, she also said that there was a threat to her life, and some prison officials told her that the threat came directly from the Chief Minister's office, and she was asked not to cooperate with the central investigating agencies, namely the Enforcement Directorate in this case. Given the kind of murky situation, I mean, it is only common sense that the Enforcement Directorate would have, and indeed it eventually did, ask for the case to be transferred from Kerala to Karnataka.
Verma, how do you respond to the charge from the left and the Kerala government that the ED is not being fair in conducting this investigation, that the center is actually misusing agencies to go after the Chief Minister and his associates in this case?
You know, that's a very important question, and I'll just answer without getting into ifs and buts. You are aware, Pranesh, that on the 27th of July this year, the Supreme Court, and while there is a plea which needs to be heard, as of date, the Supreme Court had clearly said that the Enforcement Directorate under Section 7, 9, 14, 17, 19, what have you, has the right to conduct a probe without even giving the FIR, or in this case, the ECIR copy. Just telling somebody why a probe is being conducted verbally is good enough, and the Enforcement Directorate does not have to prove that the accused is guilty. The biggest decision by the Supreme Court was that the accused has to prove that he or she is innocent. So in a manner of speaking, the Supreme Court actually empowered the Enforcement Directorate in its judgment dated 27 July this year. And for the opposition to now turn back and say that the Enforcement Directorate has no credibility is like saying, Ulta chor kotwal ko dante. Chori upar se sina chori. And I just want to end by saying one thing. In any case, I think the most important thing are the witnesses. The key witness in this case is Swapna Suresh. And I want to ask the Chief Minister, Mr. Vijayan, you know, till Swapna Suresh turned into a hostile witness, the Chief Minister was vouching for her credibility. That is the reason he gave Swapna Suresh a job in the Karnataka State Information Technology Department. How is it that after she turned into a hostile witness, suddenly Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan feels that Swapna Suresh's voice has no credibility whatsoever?
Well, the ED and the Kerala government have both filed pleas in the Supreme Court. Let's see how this unfolds. Sanju Verma, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us on the News Hour. We're taking a short break, viewers. Lots more lined up on the other side. Please stay with Times Now.